Hello, VOD. For some reason, I am a little bit dogged tired. So instead of water today, I have Tang that has enough Tang powder in it to kill a horse, probably. Uh, this is the stuff that the astronauts drink for, like, I don't know, vitamins and shit and electrolytes. So cheers. Man, I didn't think that Tang could even be that soluble. Okay, anyway, hello, chat. Sooner or later, in a couple of days, you will recognize this little scene in front of us. I just wanted to start here because I have been diligently working on the advanced AE2 video, and I'm actually very proud of this little thing that shows off about subnetting and there's like four different configurations you can use storage buses and interfaces to effectively subnet, which I'm very proud of. So first day I ordered a ticket special. Hello, Agrarian Gold. How's it going? So yeah, I've been working very diligently on that video. Although I do have to admit that the scope creep is large. I need to do this, then fluid storage, which I'm going to talk about, all this stuff, fluid auto crafting, then a bunch of advanced components, then multi-block auto crafting and a couple different ways to do that, and then I think I'm free. But there's a lot of stuff to do. What an interesting shape. Okay, so I've been up to stuff, not much, just mostly video editing, but in the background I did do a couple of things. One of those was I have decided fully that I'm going to level maintain the stuff for Antimatter because I cannot be asked to make passive lines, and our TPS is fucking golden. I think we're at 9 MSP tick, or like maybe 10 milliseconds per each tick, which is about twice as fast as it needs to be going. So all I gotta do right here is that we got Shirobon, UMV Supercon, Spatially Enlarged Tachyon Rich, Naquata Emulsion, which we need to do some actual stuff later. We need to get centrifuges online to get NAC solution, then distill it to get light fuel and heavy fuel. Then I am going to do some fucked up shit, which is I am going to on-demand my NAC fuel. I am going to change these all to advanced docking buses, put them all in a subnet, and have my maintainers autocraft NAC Fuel 6. Now, I know what you're saying. 9, why the fuck would you do that? And the reason is I'm lazy, and this seems like the fastest way to get this online so I can get some power in and get the Eye of Harmony going. So, sue me, but that's what we're doing. I hope that isn't horrible for you all. I also made a couple of presses just for these wrapped ingots. These things take motherfucking forever, and that's what you need for NAC fuel, because it makes these high density uranium things that you use for the basic NAC 4 or whatever. And hello, Brianna, how's it going? So yeah, I am using the money that you guys got me for my 24-hour stream, and to get the CPU that I have to get my MSP tick low enough that I can do janky things with my automation. Basically, that's the moral of the story. Question, does the Eye of Harmony need to have the empty space in the middle? I think you can put blocks in it. I don't want to test that out though. That makes me highly uncomfortable. How's it going, Cyrus? And hello, Brianna. How are you doing today? How have you been? Yala, yala, yala. Okay, so the first thing I want to do today is I want to set up the centrifuges. Never mind, I won't say it. I won't say it. I'll control myself. I'm well. What about yourself? Yes, I'm doing well too. I feel very... I think I have been spending too much time on my phone, and my energy levels are excessively low. But I've been working on music. I have another random like soundtrack that I don't think fits with GTNH, but I'm gonna put it in my portfolio and probably post it on my streamer YouTube. Um, it's like a D&D related music, I think, is the best way to describe it. Yes, and I love music from Brazil. My college choir toured Brazil the last year that I was in it, and we did Baiana by the Barbatuques. I love, uh, well, this is Gilberto Gil. This is Palco, which is a fantastic song, but so much more. Um, it's a lot of good stuff in there. I did actually come to Brazil. Yeah, yeah. I was in João Pessoa and Sao Paulo. We had a great time there. It was fantastic. Emmy Knack. Okay, that looks like an unbound that I could just take. Emmy naqfuel 1. Hello, and thank you for the prime sub, Chaotic. I appreciate you. I hope you're well today. All right, let's, I don't even want to set up wireless yet. We're gonna get this, we're gonna get scaffold. So the current goal today, let me explain this to you guys because I find that it's nice if I ground things a little bit. The current goal today is there's one more fluid we need in order to get naqfuel on or antimatter online, and that is depleted Naquata-based liquid fuel. And there's a couple ways I could do this. Either I use large Naquata reactors and actually run them, and I can do this with spatially enlarged fluid and cryothium, or maybe even tachyon-rich temporal fluid to get some level of energy out of them, or I can do this recipe, which I think we're gonna do for now, which just like basically gives you energized tesseracts and wastes naqfuel. It's quick. Theoretically, it's quick. I think because this thingy is so long, it should be not 24,000 seconds, but we'll see exactly how that pans out. Sao Paulo is really cool. I have considered moving there. It is really nice. Yeah, it's a cool city. Okay, but we do need to get some centrifuges online. Here's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2. Hello, Sean Hayes. How's it going? Time to watch some Endgame? How are you doing today, my friend? How are you still playing a personal world of GTNH, and how is that going? The height makes it faster, but it needs more energy. So here's how that works. I'll explain it because we're doing a lot of Naquata related stuff. Basically, the activators, what they do is they take a certain amount of energy and try to hold a kinetic energy using energy. And basically what that means is because the decay speed and because the decay speed is faster when it's large and the like ramp up speed is slower, you end up using more energy, but it's not really, it's kind of hard to describe as like energy dependent exactly. Oh, and hollow, I'm very hip to the magnesium. I had 1 billion the other day and we're down to 336 million. I actually ran out. I think I might dedicate some space miners to it because we've been struggling with it. Hello, Mr. Nibbles. How's it going? And agrarian, my homework for today was moved to Thursday, so it's time to procrastinate. So real. Do the thing. Do what you gotta do. Okay, so we're gonna do, I guess I'll just throw this maintenance hatch wall shared in the bottom because we're like that. And then what do we need? We have this snack solution, which we have both items and fluids. Maybe instead, I'll put the maintenance hatch here. A little bit of ME stocking bus. And then ME output bus and hatch. That'll be good. So I'll do this. ME channels connect to any side. Do a little bit of that. And then this one as well. I expect that I'll need a lot of these centrifuges because centrifuges kind of suck low key. There's not many upgrades. You get this structure in like EV or IV, and then there's no upgrades for it for the rest of the game. All you gotta do is just make more of them. So I got strawberry coconut boba. That sounds like a great time. I need to start my elevators again. They have been off for a while. I should probably do that too. I think I have my space elevators making something crazy like lithium. Yeah, we're making lithium right now that I ran out of recently, which was really embarrassing. Okay, naqfuel emulsion gets turned into radioactive sludge dust and naqfuel solution. Lovely, very cool. I guess we could subnet this. Is it worth it though? Okay, I can spell chat, I promise. I promise. I did go to school. Drive, cell. Let's get a sing cell for the radioactive sludge. And I guess we can do singularities for all of the outputs as well. I guess this one is only one output for the centrifuging step. And then once we get this naqfuel solution, this is when we have to distill. I'll do some singularity stuff as well for that, probably. Let's put the drive... I'll just copy this real quick. Make a mega distillation tower for the NAC. I'm legitimately thinking about it. I thought about it because I'm on demanding a distillation tower setup currently. I hate to say it, chat. I am doing a gross thing. I will show you the step that I took. I made a pattern for antimony pentachloride, and it's so I can level maintain naqfuel emulsion. So if I do a 1 build, oh shit, we're out of quicklime. Well, that's a very quick fix. That'll be okay. Let's just do 1,000,000 at a time. Mega chem reactor. It's circuit 1. So if I do like 1,000,000,000 of this, literally it will request a distillation to this, and I've thought about the moral implications of this, chat, but I'm just let it slide. Just let it slide. I'm good. My world is doing good. Doubling 2,000 of my steam energy into methane and using that to generate biodiesel. Let's fucking go. That's fire. I will not be using a mega distillation tower just because I like the dangotes because of their like bonuses. And I hate how the mega distillation tower looks. I mean, look at this thing. Like, who? This is so ugly. I don't want to put this in my base. This looks like shit. There's nowhere I could put this. This is like probably like my least favorite multi-block in the game. I don't think I ever want to build one of these, and I don't think I will. So that's that. I wanted to let you guys know. That's how I was feeling. Okay. So what we'll do, let's get some ME covered cable. Build a hollow cube. That's horrible. Oh. I think the moral implications are more of an afterthought once you're past UV. How's it going, Eric? How are you doing today, my friend? Yo, you should change your Twitch name to 3, because I feel like your YouTube channel is kind of picking up. You should change it so that way people know where to find you. Cell, workbench, sticky card. Nope. Dude, what is it with me? I think today and yesterday have been like an all-time low for spelling. Something is up with me today, I feel like. All right, we will be getting naqfuel solution out of this. And sticky card, the radioactive sludge dust. Gross. The distillation tesseract, the biblically accurate distillation tower. I couldn't. And then we're gonna get a dual, actually we'll get dual interface. We'll do a normal interface. I guess we don't have to do either of these, frankly, but, and then we'll get storage bus, because we want to be able to pull from here. Everything's chunk loaded, that's good. Megas are pretty ugly in general. Luckily, there's actually a fix for this. In 2.8, they're re-tiering and remaking the multis, so it's going to be interesting. I'm hesitant, but I am interested to see what it ends up of that. Dual interface, we'll put here. So we want to be able to pull something specific. Let's do this where we extract only. Do this where we extract only naqfuel emulsion. Let's get our black cable. Neutronium energy cell that I'm so fond of. Ever since hearing Aditya had TPS problems with fibers. And then these should ideally just flick on. But I guess not. Do you need a circuit number? Yes, you do. Of course you do. Because why would you make me happy? Okay. Can I? Chuck Norris stares at the circuit until it reprograms itself. You do not what? I have never seen that in my life. Trying to mangle a circuit with your bare hands again, huh? I was trying to see if I could... Whoa. Okay, that's pretty good. By the way, I actually found the quartz fiber pasting from my ALs with MM brought my TPS to 2. Holy shit. I don't know what's wrong with these centrifuges, but they just don't spin anymore on 912. I think they fixed it, because I feel like I've seen it working correctly. I don't really know what happened. I don't know where the ball got dropped here. Alright, so now that we have this naqfuel solution, we need to distill this into light and heavy fuel. And you'll notice that we get half the heavy fuel that we get light. And we need an equal amount of both, which is kind of a problem. So there's a couple of ways we can solve this. One is we can crack the naqfuel gas and the asphalt. I think naqfuel gas only gives us random bullshit that we don't care about. But I think naqfuel asphalt can be cracked to give us good stuff. We want as much heavy naqfuel as possible. Heavy naqfuel severely... No, not that. Severely cracked naqfuel asphalt is 192. Heavy... Okay, lightly cracked naqfuel asphalt to give us a little more heavy naq. This is an option we can take if it comes to this. I'm not sure if it'll ever actually come to this, but we'll see. Perfect. Unfortunately, busy most of my day, hopefully, but hopefully 332 EOH before sleepy time today. That's the goal. Good luck. Those casing timers are pretty ridiculous, I'd say. Okay, so we need to build some more dangotes. I'm just gonna steal this right quick. I don't know where I want to do this. Maybe right here is fine. And these may or may not be upgraded. There is a very cheap upgrade chip that I'm not actually sure why this exists. Because by the time you can get the Dango Distillus, the upgrade chip is like cheaper than the actual controller. And the upgrade chip is pretty much necessary to make it actually useful. So it's kind of just like a troll, but you know what, who knows, I guess. And then we want to stock NAC solution, NAC emulsion, yeah, NAC solution. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outputs of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Three. Nope, this one. Mark copy. Edit stack. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should have worked, I think. Okay, let's give it a whirl. I think what I'll do is just attach it to this subnet because I feel like there's no reason not to. And then we can put cells in here as we need. I've just made advanced SMDs. Now I gotta rewrite all my circuit patterns. No. Luckily, there's not too many circuit types. So advanced SMDs are always a nice upgrade, I feel like. All right, let's get a couple of these singularity cells. I think we should just do a void cell for water. Or maybe I'll just let it do what it needs to do. I kind of want to move this neutronium cell here. Oh, time for hydration. We got my my electrolyte water. Cheers. Yo, Brianna, I actually heard about that movie. I heard it was actually pretty good. Honestly, I might watch it. It looks like pretty good. Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld. They seem like they're having fun in it at the very least, you know? It's very refreshing since I'm so tired of all these stupid movies that just like the remake movies. Ugh, those piss me off like nothing else. All right, we actually need to do dense down this way. All right, I'm gonna partition all of these cells so that way they're doing exactly what I think they're gonna do. Got light Naquata fuel. We've got heavy Naquata fuel, which is the most important, the rarest, the fairest of them all. Did I sticky card this other one? Yeah. Naquata asphalt I do care about. You know, it recurs to me I should probably take all the stuff from our mainnet and dump it onto these cells here. Water and NAC gas. Hello, Dweenie. How's it going, my friend? I'm doing well today. How about you? We're just working on an Aquata-based liquid fuel for today. MEIO port. And actually, I think we could get Antimatter online today. Unironically. Let me just grab up everything that we have into these cells. This is nat gas, radioactive sludge, naq solution, heavy and light, asphalt, and then, yeah, perfect. All right, you should be good to go then. There we go. So we just need to copy and paste this bad boy a couple more times and we're good to go. How many channels are we using here? Should be using a few more than one, right? Any side, that was the problem. Hello, Pulsey Plays, how's it going? And hello, Pimpy Hippo, sorry, I almost said Pimpy Water. All right, let me delete this little message there. How's everyone doing today? Let's get a little... Add to queue. There we go. A little bit of Travis Scott, never hurt nobody. A little Rodeo. There we go. Your brain is on dinking, went straight to thinking about water. Dude, someone told me to dink and I war flashbacks immediately. That ain't right. Oh my gosh. Pimpy Hippo, thank you for the resub. Pimpy Hippo has resubscribed with Prime. They've been a subscriber for 3 months. I appreciate that, my friend. I hope you're well, and thank you for the resub. Okay. Let's put a cable anchor here. All right. I think we can fit... This is only 6 channels each. Yeah, we could definitely fit a couple more of these bad boys. Let's also make sure that all of them are upgraded. I actually have no faith that the upgrade chips made it to all of these. I should probably double, triple check. I don't think there's a way to like tell. Alright, that is already probably much better than I had before. Heavy naq fuel, light naq fuel. Oh my god, this is perfect. A little Travis Scott never heard. You know what, actually, I take it back. That is just actually not true at all. That's crazy. Where's my Woods glass lens, bro? Doing pretty solid, says Pulsey Plays. Right now I'm on a mission because yesterday I forgot to log into Animal Crossing and one of my villages is moving. I don't want a villain by itself because I don't want an ugly one. Damn, girl. That's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucked up. I cannot lie. Creating the ghetto in Animal Crossing, bro. That's kind of crazy. Discrimination in Animal Crossing. Come on, let me do that. Let me do that. Oh, okay. Whatever. Let's just see if this works. I don't even want to. ULV NAND chip. 1024. NAND chips are so funny to me in this game. I feel like you never need them until, like, for some reason you do. And then it's the most damnedest thing ever. Okay. Also just somewhat started LV and GTNH. Nice. The big start. That's wire mill and bender are your first goal. That's good that you're drinking the electrolytes though, yeah. Alright. We've got some upgrade chips, chat. Let's see if they actually need them. Oh yeah. There should be like a very big difference between... Oh yeah. Holy shit. Went from 683 to a million. 683,000 to a million. Those are all upgraded. It's kind of a pain that I can't like craft the thing with the upgrade chip and it just like vibes. I currently have wire mill, bender, assembler, and mixer. Damn, you in LV. Like you're like almost done with LV. You got the Twilight Forest ahead of you. You got some good times, my friend. Oh no. Where's my advanced card? All right, that is really nice. I did not expect that to go by so quickly. Now we have naq gas and naq fuel. So the next part of this is we need to pattern out the light fuel, whatever the heck. We need to pattern out the the actual patterns for this, which I feel bad for saying, but we're going to do this on demand, chat. Advanced stocking, advanced stocking. Auto pull, check on recipe change, 10 tick refresh time. That should form, ideally. Oh yeah. IDK man, just make 18 BBFs. That's also kind of true. I don't think I was ever, I think I had like 4 BBFs max. I was always like a infra underperformer until I actually got into like mid game, I feel like. Okay, now we just make another little subnet here. I'm gonna... I guess black is fine. How many beamlines do you have? I have 1. And it doesn't work in nightly 912, so it's kind of awkward. Just kind of sits there in my base right now because 912 breaks beamline. It just doesn't work, period. Which is a little bit funny. I don't know how they could have done that, honestly. Let's get a little neutronium energy cell action going. You know how it is. A little dual interface to accept the patterns. All right, let's think about this just for 1 second. We will need a drive with space for items and fluids. And the outputs, where are the outputs going? Did I ever have an output hatch, chat? Oh, yes, I did. Oh, lovely. And they're subnetted, they're wireless. Oh, beautiful. I did the right thing. Rebrand complete. Lovely. Hello, 3. Once you get any form of flight and decent crossbow, you can kind of just speedrun Twilight. That is also true. It's more fun not doing it that way, though. All right, let's get 16384K is probably way more than enough. And we could do the same for fluids as well. Maybe just like 2 of each of these. Then we'll do a dual interface, and then we're literally gonna program NAC 1 through 4, or sorry, 4 through 6. We're gonna do this recipe. I'm gonna multiply the ever-living fuck out of this. It's gonna be ridiculous. Okay, we got that. I think we do advanced blocking. I really don't see how there could be a conflict. I think we're good. I think we're good. We'll be okay. All right. And I'm gonna do the good recipe because this shouldn't actually be too hard to do with on demand. Maybe we'll do that. And then I guess if we need to get 4 million to make this amount, we might as well just multiply it to 4 million. That's kind of a lot though. I guess we'll live. And then NAC 6 is some fucked up shit. Let's give it a whirl. Should I go for distilling ender air for passive radon or start fission reactor? I think radon is pretty needed in Nomi, right? Like the ender air distillation is pretty goated actually. Dual cells would make universal. Dude, I've been saying dual cells since the beginning of time. Like, high key, I don't know why that's not a thing. Like, I think at a certain point, the developers or SAMHSA is just going for complexity's sake. I'm not really sure if I fuck with it, you know? There we go. Oh, no. Alright, let's give this a whirl. Aquata-based liquid fuel Mark 6. This is quite the recipe, chat. It's kind of fucked. I cannot lie. What do we need glass for? Nellion, Creon, Astral Titanium. I hope I have all the right recipes for everything. $6.2 million plutonium oxide uranium dust. Yep. About 1 million HSSS ingots. We should probably multiply that and put that into our gorge. Jesus Christ. I kind of like it. Combat and survival stuff is not really what I'm interested in. So while I'm glad there's a bit of variety for it, I think it's good that's not the focus. Yeah, dual cells would be crazy. Burning the backlog antimatter I have, 555 trillion EU per tick. God damn. Oh yeah, here's another thing we can do. I crafted out 64 UMV 1 million amp per tick laser source hatches, which if we retrofit this to the SLAM, should allow us to output a whole lot of energy. Basically this can do wireless output, but it's dependent on this like laser sources as far as I can read into this. So I'm not exactly sure how all of this works. It's kind of like mad science to me at a certain point, but we'll figure it out together, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cheap, Paulo. They're not that bad. I got space-time passiving. Just pop those bad boys on. Couple trillion U per tick. Four million ones currently. Damn, that's lame as fuck, bro. Okay. Okay. Well, actually, I can turn this on, right? Because it doesn't consume power. There's no problem with having it on. Let's get a quadruple input hatch and pop that bad boy into here. We'll need to make Maybe that's not the right place. Where is the right place? Shielded Lagrangian. Oh, it like kind of is the right place. Do I need to put matter and antimatter in opposite sides? With a lot of patches, you need to do very long cycles? I'm not sure I understand how this works, I guess. What do you mean by very long cycles? What do I want to do here? Maybe I'll just get the quad hatch and just deal with it and see what happens. Philzin, thank you for the prime sub, my friend. How are you doing today? All right, so there's another thing we need to do is we need to power this gigantic behemoth with a lot of power. The amount of power you need to sink into a SSASS is crazy. I've made some UIV 1 million source and targets, and we're gonna give a dedicated Labotronic supercapacitor just for this thing. How are you doing today, Philzin? Set mode cables, set cable, laser. The way the SLAM works is you need to input a certain amounts of matter and antimatter together to produce power. Yep. You want to insert a certain amount every 2 ticks so it gives power back to the network and your SSASS can keep running. There's a proper explanation with the invisible thread. Every 2 ticks? What the heck? I don't understand this at all then. Good, been enjoying the content. Can't wait for the advanced AE2 video. It's in the works. I worked on it today. I'm very happy with how it's coming along. I go over subnetting in a way that I think is really helpful. So we'll see how that pans out in the long run. I think like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do something like that, maybe. Not 2 ticks necessarily. You want to input every 2 ticks as long as you have enough fluids. You generally want to build to a certain amount, then slam. I mean, what's wrong with just slamming whenever you can? Like, are the ratios that precise? Like, is it getting that close to power filling every time? Is that the vibe? Y27, yeah, I guess that's perfect. I'm gonna open my window a little more. I'm getting warm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? Like, I know that the differentials are crazy, but I don't know if that's the right word at all. I don't remember the exact reason, but if you open the spreadsheet, you want to keep the amount of cycles per burn higher than 5. What does this cycles thing mean? I think I'm missing something huge in understanding antimatter here. Because I still don't understand like the whole cycles thing on the spreadsheet. There's no explanation of it at all on the spreadsheet. It's just like gives me a lot of data and a lot of words, and I'm not sure if Chat, I don't know if you guys know this. I am not particularly good at understanding things. It takes me forever to like understand things, and that's part of why I think I give good guides, is because I need a lot of help. Uh, it takes a lot to get me to understand something. I think I'm actually just gonna move this down. I don't, okay, basically every cycle means every time your SSASS runs, so 5 cycles means 5 times the SSASS runs. I don't know what that means. You mean so we want to run the slam 5 times every single time the SSASS runs? SSASS runs every 1 second? So isn't that 4 ticks? I'm like Joe Rogan, I feel like, you know? Except not Republican, not a right winger. Like I bring all of these smart people together and they tell me how things work, and sooner or later I learn enough to piece together sentences. Let's grab some capacitors. I made a UEV capacitor for this. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna flip this to this side. Complete opposite. You want to run slam after X cycles of the SSASS. Okay. That makes sense. So 4 ticks doesn't make any sense, right? I want to be inputting every like 5 seconds. All right, let's turn this bad boy on. Wireless. Yeah, I'm not reading the tooltip. I don't know how to read. Rebalance. This should be okay. 844. How much is that? Billion trillion EU is stored. Jeez. Exorbitant. Well, we have a way of getting power to this now. We do need to get our liquids here. That's what we're gonna do next. Let us, for now, the naqfuel is not coming through. I wonder what's happening. Oh my gosh, these wrapped ingots are so slow. Oh no. Is that gonna be what kills us, chat? I can't even start the naq4. I should like passive these because they're so bad. Ever played Terraria? And if so, have you tried modded Terraria? Cheers. Yeah, I beat Supreme Calamitous with my friends. We totally cheesed the fuck out of it by having 3 people though. Walter, drink your water. Yeah, this recipe is very slow and we need hundreds of thousands of these. And also Annie, so this weekend we're gonna do Factorio again, and then next weekend we're gonna try Balitro. And then yeah, that's where we're at right now. That's all I got. If anyone has any ideas of what we should do, please hit me up. I do like gambling, and I've heard that Balitro is kind of a gamble type game, you know, in the words of Donkey. Select block, set all, or actually set mode cables, set cable, then cyan. I only play it on mobile. Perfect game to play while commuting. Oh, okay, wait, sorry. My American brain thought you meant like while driving, and I was like, I don't know if I should condone that, chat. That's pretty funny. Yes. I used to play Battle Cats, actually, unironically. Wireless. I was pretty good at it too, actually. Love Factorio. Well, Dweeny, we will be doing Factorial this Sunday if you want to tune in. We do a variety stream every Sunday. Last Sunday was kind of saddening. We got absolutely boned by my PC overheating and my GPU throttling stream, but I think I've fixed some of those problems, so hopefully that's not a like permanent problem. Incomplete structure? What do you mean, bro? Don't mess with me, bro. I see the input hatches. The side is energy hatches. Why are you mad with me? What did I do wrong? Let me try just hitting it with that. Okay, multi-block is completed. Okay, I don't know what was going on with that, but here's what we're gonna do, chat. I do not want to get absolutely fucked by running out of stuff, so we're gonna, right now, make a little circuit here that shuts everything down if we don't have enough stuff to do stuff. Balatro is the opposite of a gamble game? What do you mean the opposite? Crastorio? You can win 100% of the seeds? Oh my gosh. Okay. We need Shearbone. We need, I don't know, 10 million. And emit when levels are below. Okay, yep. We need naqfuel spent. I want to say 10 million of that as well. You know what, let's just say 9. Let's say 9, because that's a cool number. 9 million. So there's a problem here. This should be lighting up, and I think I know what the issue is. We need to do ME SSASS 1. Please, sir, please, please. Can I? What is it linked to? So that's not right at all. How did you do that? I honestly, I surprise myself every day. Naqfuel QFT. ME SSASS 1. Something malicious is brewing. Let me catch up with chat. Oh, Celeste would be fun. Celeste would actually be, I would try some Celeste. We do love our trans friends in this chat. Celeste is so transcoded. It's just what it is. I'm sorry, chat. I'm not sorry. Wireless transmitter, hit that bad boy. Just want to see if you can get over the menu screen. Damn, top 10 worst keybinds in the worst place possible. I'm about to get my first Gregtech multi-Anomi. It's the electrolyzer, and it's going to electrolyze all my dusts. Wahaha. You know, I never did official Orproc Anomi factory. I literally hand filtered everything for ore processing until Creative Tank. That is a true story, chat. SS. The main character is literally trans? I did not know that. I thought it was just coded. But here we are, chat. I learn something new every day. Spatially enlarged fluid. Okay, so basically all we're missing is naqfuel depleted. Let's also fix this one. Which means sass it up. Okay. I can theoretically turn this on. I don't want to yet because we don't have spent NAC6 to go. Oh my god, why is this so slow? The rendering on that wireless thing looks crazy. How so? Oh, this like weird little ball thing. I never thought about that. It's very like Cruelty Squad coded. Oh, this. Yeah. It's that's something. Hmm. Interesting. Alrighty. And then we've got UMV SuperCon, which we basically want to... I could set up this automation right now, actually, I think. I have a really janky idea in mind for what we're gonna do. Cruelty Squad mentioned what the fuck is a visible screen? You say you need 4 million wrapped uranium and you have 50k? Might be saying that. I think it's making the high density stuff. But yeah, this is like slow as fuck. It's definitely the slowest step. I wonder if there's a way we can speed this up, because this is just ridiculous. 70 seconds at HV. We've got the max tier brass. We could give it a 64 amp UMV hatch. I'm actually curious. Let's see what this does. 247.7 per second, or 245.7. 64 amps UMV. Okay, that's only 10 times faster, chat. It's 32 times as many amps. I don't know if it's actually using that much. I don't know how to do math. I'm not reading all that. That's not Z fighting, that's a Z war. Alright, let's craft out 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those. It's definitely a little bit better, at the very least. I should also do like prior rotation on this, maybe. And then maybe I can do smaller batches of Mark IV as well. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this into 2 crafting input buses. We're going to get some level of priority going. So basically, I want different presses to prioritize different recipes, and I think we'll have 2 presses prioritizing the wrapped uranium ingot and 1 on the plutonium. So let's try this. Proxy, proxy. Crafting input buffer. Gotta dink up. Cheers, my friend. Do you need a lot more uranium? Because plutonium should be way slower. I think we need a lot more uranium. In my experience, it feels like we need a lot more. The high density plutonium isn't terrible. I don't even know. I don't even know, chat. What the fuck is a kilometer? And then we'll do plutonium first here. 64 amp. All right, I mean, they're crafted. We'll be wasting a little bit of energy here, but nothing we can't spare, I suppose. And then, yeah, let's also clear this. Finally figured out the issue with Hypogen bugging out on universal passive. What was the issue, if you don't mind me asking? I'm curious. What am I doing? Oh yeah, the other thing I want to do is reduce the pattern size of this so it can be intermittently crafting what it needs to do. And then let's also just, well, I guess we can program the spend recipe afterward. Let's send that to go. Send that hot to go, as the kids say. This should ideally be doing plutonium ingots, but it's not. Maybe I need to be a little bit more intentional with how I place this. Let's try that. Still uranium, really? Incredible. Well, at least we're like kind of powering through them now. It's a lot quicker than it was prior. Oh, that's why, because I didn't have the circuit right. It might be right, actually. Oh my god, that's so much slower. Anyway, chat, hopefully that's okay. Hopefully that's enough. College is asking for more money for an admission fee on top of the tuition you're about to be paying is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, college is kind of fucked. The prio thing is just that the crib closer to the controller first goes. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So cribs will override priority that other things have, as well as they will choose priority based on proximity. Even if something's like running already. Holy shit. Fucking track star right here. Bro, what do you mean power loss? Oh, well, you know what? That would do it, actually. That's, may or may not be on me. And there's no batch mode, of course, because why would there be? I am going to bed. Good night, 9. Thank you for popping in, Brianna. Much love, and have some good sleep, my friend. If the recipe has no items and all the fluids come from filled cells due to how universal passive works, there's a delay from the I/O port outputting the fluid and the fluid locking the outbound I/O port, which pulls the NC, breaking the recipe. Batch mode is for TPS issues. Anytime a recipe makes a call and is like trying to progress, it will cause the server, it needs to call the server for something. So if you have batch mode for this, instead of making calls every 1/10 of a second, it'll make a call every 6 seconds, which is much, much better for long-term stability. Let's grab a little terminal here so we can see what's going on. A little bit of Radox, a little bit of Melian, Creon, Transmetal, Atomic Sepcat. Looks like we've moved on to the next recipe. We're making Mark 5. Okay, I think that went off without a hitch. That's actually a lot quicker now. We can probably enable this. And then let's do Let's program the recipe for depleted NAC. I do just want to try this out. Maybe we'll just do that. And then what does this need again? 1075, and I think this is at 1085, so I think we're in the pocket here. It's 80 degrees in my office. It's getting warm in here too, chat. Can a parameterizer card turn on batch mode? I don't even know if most of these tech decks have batch mode. The only thing that I know that is tech deck that has batch mode is the fluid pumps and the Mark 4 and 5 compact fusion reactors. That's the only thing I've seen that has it. But there's going to be like a UI refactor soon, so hopefully that's included in that. Holy shit, 1 million NAC6 is actually a huge recipe. 200 megabytes, so we want to get that down to 30. So a tenth of that, so maybe 100,000 at a time. Maybe this needs a second UMV wireless. A little bit faster. Okay, things are like operating kind of swimmingly. I don't know. We've got a little bit of NAC6. It's not coming through yet. Do you know what Power Pass does? I don't think God knows what Power Pass does. I think he lives in heaven out of fear of what Power Pass has been, or out of fear of Power Pass in general, is what I'll say. Where's our NAC6? Huh? Is it stuck in here? No. I swear the craft went through, right? Is it just adding on to a second craft, maybe? Okay, wait. Cancel this. I'm gonna let that go. Let's start automating the slam. I do remember I grabbed off the screen or the spreadsheet that I should be slamming 151 1054 millibuckets at a time. So we're gonna do something kind of janky. I guess we can do quantum tank and literally get volumetric flasks to deposit the fluids we need into the quad input hatch. That's so janky, but let's give it a try. Can't be that bad, right? Let's also, I'm gonna do it over here. Homie, there's a better way, Keck W. I could do it with level maintainer. I don't want to do more level maintainers. This is the only thing that comes to mind though. Supercon base and Antimatter XS. I mean, this seems fine. Redstone fluid regulators. I'm kind of scared of that though. I mean, I guess if we do it in one tick, right? That's not that bad. Let's do sticky card. This is where our UMV Supercon is going to go. And then this is where we'll store our excess antimatter. My setup just pulses every 5 seconds and inputs the correct amount into hatches every 2 ticks. That's an idea. I mean, I guess that's yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't not make sense, right? I'll do it your way, Hollow. Let's give it a wee try, shall we? Machine processing state 151, 154. Is that the number? And then every 1 tick, yeah, well, actually, every 1 tick, and then I have to give it a 1 tick pulse somehow? This is sus. Every 2 ticks? And what are we doing to give it a 2 tick pulse? Leafstone is a 2 tick pulse? What is leafstone? I'm scared, bro. Okay. Let's get my quantum tank. Where's my quantum 5, huh? Do I have them all in my inventory, or am I going crazy? Oh, there we go. Let's get the Supercon base and just pop that into here. Oh, I'm not wirelessed in. LMAO. What is this connected to? I don't know, but we're connecting it. Check Discord real quick. Uh-oh. What have you sent me? Screenshot brag. I don't know if I trust like this, chat. This is an interesting solution. I like mine a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna do it my way, chat. My way or the motherfucking highway. I'm gonna make it more cursed than anything you can imagine. But I will guarantee that the fluids are delivered at the same time and in equal amounts. We do need to start making antimatter though, which is kind of a problem. Do we want to try putting this on? Let's do a quick backup real quick so we don't end up axing all of our energy that exists. We got 1.29 E19. I think we're good. LFTR clears this shit. Why do you need to input every 2 ticks if you're only pulsing every 5 seconds? Because that makes sure your input are precisely the correct amount because redstone pulses are 2 ticks. That is true. That is absolutely true. Do I trust like that? Not really, chat. Alright, we're online and enabled, but we have no fluids. What's going on here? Oh, it's probably because the machine is offline right now. What does the NAC even do in the slam again? Distribution skew plus 0.10. I don't know how to do math, chat. What the fuck? Dude, what is this disrespect? Dude, SFM would actually probably be very hyped for that now that I think about it. I didn't even think about that. All right, there's our first NAC 6 coming through. Let's can we do that? Is that the worst thing? Actually, I don't. I'll stick to what I know, chat. I'll stick to what I know. And what I know is the jankiest shit humanly imaginable, okay? I don't want to don't even at me with this, okay? How are we going to do this? Should be a fairly simple SFM program. It should be. However, I'm not known for making things particularly helpful, so I guess the item detector cover wouldn't really help us. Let me think about this. All right, so here's my idea, chat. Okay, that was not my idea, chat. Okay, that's also not my idea. What the heck? This is gonna break in so many different ways. Alright, so we get our little cells of each thing, volumetric cells with the perfect amount of fluid in each. And then once we detect that there are some in both of these, I will send this hot to go directly. God, this is so much more complicated than it needs to be. Directly into another tank. Oh boy, and then we can do IO port shenanigans. Oh my gosh, this is just horrifying. Oh, hell no, in 40 volumetric class on a timer. Yep, that's where we're at. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jaguar. Thank you for the follow. And I gotta dink up. I don't know if I already dinked up, but cheers, Delta. This is the last of my horse electrolytes. Might as well use hoppers. Golems? Yeah, that would go crazy. One of these days, I'll figure out the SFM for this. Today is not one of these days. We're going low tech. Let's grab our detector cover. A little bit of AND gate mysteriousness. Don't worry about that. I have no clue what it's going to do, but it's going to do something. And a little bit of that jazz. Okay. When we have enough in both, I guess on a timer what we'll do is import them. We'll get the perfect amount of fluids in both of these. Then we will... I guess we could do like just like dump all the items high speed into this. But I feel like that's worse than like IO port based, which is even more devious. What is the point of the machine holes? It's to detect if we have a cell full of the fluid. The solution is Thaumcraft golems. I like that. Thank you, Mew Mew Muse, with the first time chat. I really hope it is. This is definitely not my best work, chat, but we're gonna make it happen. All right. That's what we got. Okay, make fun of it or don't. Here's what we're doing today. So basically, if there are items in both of these, I can flick a lever and it will. I still need to do the actual circuit that powers everything. So we could do like that. A little bit of red alloy wire never hurt nobody. And then a little lever. Pull the lever, Kronk. I'm going to bed. Have a good luck on the rest of the stream. Thank you, Delta. I hope you're well tonight. Thank you for popping in. And thank you for something. I think you did something. You made me drink water, I guess. All right, let's go. Wrong lever. All right, chat, the backup came through. Let's go turn this bad boy on, see how much energy it eats from our network, and see if we can actually make a profit on antimatter. I think our oh wait, this is why our depleted fuel isn't coming in. We need to actually put this into the subnet real quick. These aren't auto-stocking buses. So a little Tesseract action. A little naqfuel. Damn, that's actually quick. Shit. That is a good way to make depleted. All right, let's give it a whirl. Neutronium energy cell. we don't talk about the neutronium energy cell. Okay, no protomatter. It didn't void everything. Why does it need protomatter? Do I know how to read, chat? What do we need the protomatter for? No, I don't know how to read. Why? That's a... It's just a... Why would I even ask that? Consuming equal amounts of protomatter. What? I need to get protomatter too? Alright, let's see how bad this is. Oh, actually, that's not really that terrible. Okay. Fine. Another thing to maintain. Maybe batch size a little bigger than 1, actually. There we go. All right, let's try flicking this thing on, see what happens. So it's going. The SFM is not triggering. Let's do that, and hopefully it starts doing its thing. Well, we're not consuming any power yet, which is good. The trigger is trigger. I don't think you linked up the SFM program. I think it's linked up. Is it doing... Oh. Holy shit, we got the ball? We got a ball? Contained antimatter is going up. It's going up, chat. Holy shit. That doesn't seem to be right, though. Pause. What the fuck is going on with this? You should be distributing things equally. I think we took an L, chat. I think we need to change the output amount for now. Oh, why is it 1 buckets? I swear I changed that. Okay, we've only got 400. We divide that between 16 thingy-majigs. So let's just say like 5 for now. Oh, shit. Are you running? Okay, you're balanced. That's good. Do the thing that I need you to do. One more SFML. How much energy are we using? Not that much. E to the 7? That's pretty good for now. Pretty much 0. Okay, we can probably change this up now. Let's say 20. Damn, this is pretty powerful. Like the SFM being able to change all this shit around on the fly is really nice. We can just basically babysit this number up and slowly build up enough antimatter to like really get things going. Hello, fights. Oh shit, I don't have water on me. I'm gonna head out now. Good luck with the antimatter, and it was a nice stream. Well, thank you, Agrarian Gold. I hope you're well, and thanks for popping in today. I appreciate you. SFM after doing what it was told. Okay, 1,000 divided by 60. Math. 100 millibuckets. Oh shit, we're at 0 liters. Pause, pause. Did I lose all of our antimatter? We should have excess in here, ideally. Ugh, this is so slow. That's the main thing I don't like about the SFM program. You need to babysit it till you get to the antimatter amount that you want. I think that's fine, because once it's stable, it should just be stable, period, right? Like, there's no chance that I, like, need to go back and, like, ever fix anything. This is just, like, a one-time thing, once I get it running. Unless I really fuck something up, right? Okay, so theoretically, I could move this up to, let's say 20 for now. So I think what's happening, chat, is we're actually generating stuff. Because we're generating so little, I feel like it's probably a waste of the stuff that we're using. But I mean, we gotta get it going someday, right? Starting to grow a little bit. 40 now. Our ball is getting bigger. Our orb. We can ponder a bigger orb. The amounts you use are proportional to the amount of antimatter. Oh, I didn't even know that. Well, that's good to know. 1,600. Probably up this to 100 at this point. Probably not smart, but let's go gambling. Our ball is getting bigger sounds so bad. Hello, Rian. How's it going? How much are you looking to make eventually? So I think I want to have the number that I remember from the spreadsheet is 200,000 in each hatch. I don't, that doesn't seem right, given the rate that at which we're pulling this shit, but maybe it is. Let it grow. Alright, I'm gonna let that do its thing for a little bit. Is there anything else we can work on? We can work on my shitty slam automation. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I think it's good to go. Oh, I do need to re-enable that. This is just so funny to me. Chilling here, but I missed so much since last stream. I think you were setting up space elevator pump. Yeah, we did a lot recently. But yeah, we've been setting up antimatter power. We got our Eye of Harmony up. We've been doing a lot. I should really check on that. We don't have enough power to run it appreciably. So I've been kind of like letting it do its thing. Since last stream I saw, yes. That is what I interpreted. So we're running this at like 1 overclock right now, and I think we're still power positive, and we're just like making a little bit of raw stellar mixture, or white dwarf matter off the top. We've got 32k, that should be enough to do a couple of sizable upgrades, but I just don't feel like it until we get the power going. Like I don't want to think about that yet. I don't think it's worth it. We've got 12 septillion EU right now. I don't know. Should be okay for a little bit. Your base is huge enough that it makes me scared. It's 100 chunks by 100 chunks, which is a little bit overkill for most people, but I do like a little bit of infrastructure, and I like expansive builds. I still have so much empty space that I will maybe fill eventually. It is nice to have stuff spread out. It's really like just very chill. All right, equals 4200 divided by 16, 262. I feel like the antimatter change has been so low. Our ball is growing though, so it looks like everything's working. Everybody's good. Dude, this SFM script is kind of goated as fuck though. Like low key. With a base that big, how do you keep things chunk loaded? I have a lot of claim chunks. I have 2,753, no, 2,747 claimed and loaded chunks in my base. So that's a thing. You gotta do what you gotta do. How do you increase that limit? I don't. Leaf did it a while back, and then I just haven't updated that part of the server ever. So I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly how you do this, but I think there's a guide. I wish it was just enabled by default. Passive consumption is slowly going up. E7 is what? Like, just like a very quick couple million. We are not even getting EU out at this point because these lasers are so big that they don't transmit amps that small. That's kind of funny. Dude, I'm pondering my orb, man. All right, I'm gonna let that run. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my sanity. I gotta find something else to do. Let's go double check on all the naqfuel stuff. Looks like naq5 is coming through. What's up with that? The Naqfuel should have come through on here. That's weird. Let me cancel that real quick and see what happens again. The Naqfuel went through. Okay, I'm assuming that was a one-time thing. Hopefully that doesn't fuck anything up. Dead name the mod. You should readjust constantly. Just stare at this thing. Riveting gameplay right there. Alright, we have enough for 500 more. Hello, Crazy Engineering. How goes it? Would you like to ponder the orb with us? The ball? The thing? And thank you, Novashep, for that. I appreciate that guide. I have never figured that out myself. I'm sure it could be helpful to some. Oh, I don't know how to divide by 16 in my head. What the heck? Uh-oh, my orb. Okay, we're back. Theoretically, this should not be running because we don't have enough depleted naqfuel, but I'm not gonna worry about that for now. And it turns out we probably need more naq refineries because I don't think this is gonna cut it how it is. But we can just upgrade those out the walls, I think. Good night, everyone. I got a dip for early today. Good rest of your stream. Thanks for popping in, Annie. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow, whatever you're doing. All right, I'm gonna let that go for a little bit. What else can I do in the meantime? Well, this is good. I mean, there's not really much on my list of things to do. We could try making a draconic evolution reactor. I'm kind of scared of that though. I only want one thing that can blow up my save at one time. How necessary is the depleted naq or other stuff? It increases the efficiency by a ton. I don't know the math. There's a spreadsheet, but without it, I would be getting like 1 trillion EU per tick total, and with it, and everything else, we're getting about 52 trillion EU per tick if everything is set up correctly and we have enough stuff constantly, which is a little bit of a highball, right? Like, I don't think that's actually going to happen, but we'll see. $437. The EU per tick is just slowly going up. I think we're reaching billion now. Not that it actually shows. I don't know my scientific notation as much as I should for endgame. I feel like active. What is the difference between active consumption and passive consumption, Hollow? I've never really understood that. Because the active consumption is active is every second when it activates, passive is every tick. Oh, so that's just like a wait. Are both of these numbers being applied, or is it the passive consumption is like the actual end goal and then the active consumption is just EU per second? Is that what that is? Or is it both? I'm getting this passive EU per tick and then every second I take a hit of 11 e to the 11 EU? Interesting. That is a weird mechanic. Huh. SFM gaming indeed. I feel like I should just let that sit for a little bit. I'm not really gonna do much just by running back and forth. Let's plan some Eye of Harmony upgrades, which I think I should be doing if I'm being responsible. I think the next upgrades we need to get a, so we've got tier 3 space-time compression right now, not 4. We need to get time dilation and stabilization up to tier 3. Thank you, Just, for the prime resub. Holy moly, I appreciate that. Don't plan EOH upgrades, let me run ahead. I think I'll give this a little look. All right, so we want to upgrade to tier 3 time dilation thingamajigs. Wait. Yeah, tier 3 time dilation thingamajigs. Oh, geez. Primitive, stable. I mean, that's fine, right? Let's see what we've got right now. So we've got all of those. We do need to research this bad boy, and we need to get an order for one of these. I guess I'll just send that on through. And that should be sent to our big boy assembly line. There you go. Using 100 million, should end up using like 300 billion EU per tick just in this one assembly line, but I guess those days are over. Okay, and that's gonna go through as well. What do we do first? The time dilation field generator decreases the recipe time by 50% per tier, while decreasing the chance of a recipe succeeding by 9% per tier. That seems pretty fucking baller. Maybe we go for the time dilations for now. Are these the expensive ones though? Primitive, stable? No, these are fine, honestly. What the heck? And they're not recursive too, so I can just craft one of these to research the next one. Shit. Ah, I always do this to myself. Why does this look like such a tame recipe? Really not, right? This is like the end game of end games. 22,000. All right, now we're cooking. Do I dare? 3 buckets. We're going. Orb grows. It has been fun. It's been a close one. Between my video editing and you actually having a real life, we've been the race has been on. And you almost lost some time there by not doing Eye of Harmony. I'm glad I pushed you to though. I don't know why I just ordered one of those. Let's just cancel that. How long is this gonna take? 1,200 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Primitive is only 8,000. Okay, okay. Crude was 4,000. Okay. Okay. That's pretty diabolical, but we'll live. We'll live. We need time dilation field generators 168. So we need 169 of these. 169 divided by 18. I know how to do math. It's 9 plus some change. So 9 times 18, 162, and then we'll put 7 in here. Okay. Dude, actually, Trackmania would be kind of a fire thing to do. One of these days, maybe. Did you just craft the thing that I wanted you to? Because I don't see ya. It didn't power fail. Oh, shit. Okay. We're waiting for the research. Hmm. Yeah, that's gonna take a minute. Slowly just babysitting our antimatter. Alright, chat, I do believe the rest of this is gonna take a while, so I'm gonna tell you my plan, and then I think I'll call the stream for tonight, maybe? I don't really have any other things in mind to do. Well, that's probably... Oh my gosh. Hello, XGMOA. I apologize. I think we're about to hop off today. We got some antimatter done. We got... I have harmony parts being planned, and I'll get those crafting as soon as I can. But yeah, today was a great stream. We got all of our naqfuel stuff online. We've started gaining antimatter, and I'm gonna start running this actually. Once I build this up to like enough antimatter to run, I'm gonna try to get power positive with it. We'll see what happens with our really janky automation. God help us. EU gang, we always arrive late. I apologize, but I can give you a quick breakdown of what we did, which is we got naqfuel online with a couple of different things. So we've got an aquatic gas and stuff for naqfuel. I guess we're still lacking on the heavy naqfuel. But yeah, and then that's getting literally auto-crafted. We're level maintaining naqfuel, which is kind of diabolical, but it is what it is. What's wrong with you? Ooh, I should level maintain depleted naqfuel. And then, okay, perfect. And all of these things we will use, ooh, a little bit of molten metastable oganesson. Never mind, I can't use that. I'm not allowed to. And yeah, that's basically it. We're just balancing. I just need to babysit this semi-stable antimatter and balance it as I have enough to do so. Nope, not 45. Holy shit. Please tell me I didn't just axe all of my... Oh no! No, no, no! No! Oh. Okay, well, I gotta keep building again then, chat. I think we're gonna go on that. That's a little heartbreaking. Anyway, let's go give somebody a raid. Who is playing? Zyrith is playing. Grisord is doing something. Valcor, Physia, Sildor. Oh, Cat is playing. Let's go give Cat and Vin a raid, shall we? I'm going to start the raid. It has been lovely to be with you today. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably be out pretty late. Thursday, I'll probably stream. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be working on that advanced AE2 video more than ever. And it's probably going to be it's going to take a lot of my time. So we'll see what happens with that. But I will have my variety stream on Sunday, and we'll do more Factorio, and then next Sunday we'll do Balatro. So anyway, have a good night. Thank you for joining me all. Much love to everyone. I thank you guys for being present with me every day. I don't know what I would do without you guys in my community. So be kind to yourself and be kind to others and do the best that you can. And that will be enough. And with that, let's go hit this raid on Cat and Vin. You guys know they're one of my favorites. They're actually probably my favorite GTNH streamers. So peace, everybody.